Hello YouTube.
Morning.
Welcome back to the channel, and this is a Friday Eve video, and we haven't shot an actual Friday Eve video for a long time.
It's been a month or so.
Yeah, so we just been putting random sawing videos on. So we are into
White pine
for
Big Mike.
And we're gonna
Kate. Let's not forget his lovely wife Kate.
Exactly, and we're sawing more of the 4/4 and 2x6s, and these are the two baby logs.
Yeah.
We want to get them out of the way because this weekend we're going to saw the biggest one he has. It's over 36 inches at the butt.
That one log, she's going 500 board feet.
Yeah, so you're looking at stop signs coming your way. Not today. So let's go cut some knots off of it, scan it for metal.
Hopefully
and
it don't have any.
let's get sawing.
All right.
Alrighty. All right, let's get this show started. And we're going to saw up some white pine. Let's get the doggies up out of there now. Let's get our first log. These are the baby logs. Not pretty, but they're going to make what we need to make for Mike. And this log is a little bit too short to get all 4 head blocks, so I'm going to saw it on 3. I need 14 foot. Boom! I want to try to bring it around so we're not. There we go. I want to be able to touch all 3 head blocks. Put the master dog down. We got some maintenance to do on that here coming up. Oh, let's trim some of them big old nasties off. Had to do a lot of chainsaw work already, but make some 4/4 sheeting. Got a nice sharp blade. Just Eddie and I today, like the old days. And I got the door open because it's a little bit, oh, she's getting humid again. We're at, what, 77 degrees. And we got a couple couple monsters coming your way. On the next video. I don't know if that knot's going to get in my way. We're going to try it though. We're going to take one more board. Alright, this kid just turned. We're going to bring it down on the head blocks because it's just too big to try to put back to the knees. But yeah, I got a new cylinder ordered for that master dog, and I'm going to try to rebuild that one and have a spare. So I don't want to tear into it and not have a master dog. Alright, let's start somewhere around there and give Eddie a second to get caught up. Yep. Just like the old days. Got to get him a short board. Once we get these squared up, then Eddie won't have to be dealing with slabs. I got most of the bark off of this. I think this will be the last board I'll take off of this face, bring that other top face out. I hope that piece of bark didn't get on the track. Alright, let's turn that while he's getting caught up. Now we're going to parallel down to 12 1/4. Laser has to say. That looks good. I'm going to take a little, I'm going to try to get that all the way through. That's better. That way, that's the last slab on this face. start there. Eddie's getting caught up. Yep, not quite enough. Doggone it. Hope that don't get too hot when I can get it out of there. And it got out of there, luckily. If that piece is still stuck in there enough to make me problems or not. Let me give a 2-inch set here. We got a piece in there. You're gonna have to shut down there, Eddie. Let's get that out of there. I need some more tools here. But that's what happens sometimes. Drive it down in. Should be all right. Yeah, that one little wedge piece. See if anything is out of whack here. Looks good. don't take but a second to get something in there. All right, I'm going to turn that other face out. That way when I'm splitting them, I'll have the pith on the outside of that 2x6. Some of that. We get down here where you need to be. Now you want to make sure dogs are all the way in. And we're going to take just the full 2x. It's not going to hurt nothing. A little bit of wane on it. And we're going to take, let's see what a 4/4 or 1 inch does. There's my 6, right on the money. No waste. Now we'll lay it down and get 2x6s off of that, so he's not stacking all them. Get it lined back up. There it is. Looks like that whole thing's moving on me. Let me see if I get a better bite on it with the dog there. You'll see it on me here in a minute. Let me pull up a little bit. This whole thing is moving on me. And let's continue down here. I'm going to see if I can turn that one time, get that bow out of it, because I got to take an inch off of it. This is a hard maneuver here. Because it likes to fall off the darn carriage. Alright, I think we can true it up a little bit better now for him. That looks good. That's better. And we got to get it stop right there. If anybody watches Temple Hill, I see Shannon got Wormy back. Alright, let's cut these in half. That'll be it for this log. So let's get out 12 1/4. Looks good. next log. All right, let's get our last log for today's video. Sort of same situation as the last log. Try not to turn this thing too much because I don't want to end up with a bunch of bark. We could get this one as clean. Oh, we might be able to work with it right where it's at. Alright. Hopefully we don't get nothing jammed in the blade this time, but that stuff happens, everybody. And we don't want it to mark her. Perfect. Do the same thing again. Get some 2x6s out of it. Give Eddie a minute. Turn that on the blocks. Let's get this thing undone. Yeah, this log seems like the bark is sticking a little bit tighter to it. I'm going to bump that front taper out a little bit. That should work. Alright, let's start somewhere around there. Got a good enough square corner on there, so let's roll this around. Put that taper back. Hopefully we won't make too big of a mess here. You can see how fast bark can mess you up. I'm gonna try to grab that little loose stuff off of there. Up around. something gets out of square. We'll fix it if it does. That's good. All that stuff got out of there again. What a mess. As soon as you start peeling it off, it starts letting loose quick. Take that top off. Is that a mistake or not? I don't know. See how that bark does. Oh, I'm gonna back it up some more. That's better. See what that does. And we got just about the bark gone from our situation. Eddie a second here. That's the last of the slabs to cut. And I think I'm gonna go up and manually pull them couple loose pieces before I turn it. That looks better. Let's make our 12-inch cant now. Oh, let's take a couple off of that side, then we'll maybe work the other face. Let's see where we're at the laser. There's a flicker. That was out of whack. But turn it back and clean the other side up. That'll get us down to where we need to be to cut some 2x off the split. good. Gotta go get that off the track. There we go. Oh, sometimes you have stuff like this. All right, let's take it down. We can start making some 2x12s to split. There was your boom. See what Laser has to say. They're just looking for a little flicker of light. There it is. Turn it back out. Goes to that pith. Then we're going to take it down to 6 inches. All right. Get a 2 out of it, so just take a piece of 1x off and let's take it down to 6. All right. Bit of veneer. All right, let's lay it down. down to 2. I like that. Go out and help Eddie stack them. Last 2 cuts of this log. Let's get it 12 1/4. And a 6. we have it. 2 logs, and Mark's here.
Yeah, another Mark.
Yeah, and
I didn't name him yet.
yeah, so he showed up at the right time. We put him to work. Some bad news with Mark. Why don't you tell everybody what happened?
We had a house fire, and luckily our neighbor was nice enough to get in there and get a lot of the damage from really happening. But the dog's safe, the kids are safe, the wife's safe, everybody's just shooken up, and
That's all that matters.
that's all that matters.
But at some point, I'm going to try to get over there and give you guys some footage of, you know, they got really lucky that this didn't happen at 2 in the morning when everybody was sleeping. And, you know, like he said, thank God for the neighbor. And, you know, when you got good neighbors and people look out for you, you know, the damage is, it's a lot of smoke damage. They lost, pretty much all your clothing.
Clothing, beds, furniture, pretty much anything that's porous is
Yeah,
out
so
the door,
it's,
so.
don't take much to, you know, turn your world upside down, but I am really happy my grandkids and my son and my daughter-in-law were safe. Nobody got hurt, but
We can build him another house.
yep. Well, that's what they're working on. They're working on fixing it as we speak. So we'll try to get over there sometime with the camera, and I'll show you what actually happened over there. So, hey, if you like the video, do me a favor. Can you give it a thumbs up? And if you haven't subscribed, please consider. We're almost at 100.
Yeah, share it.
We're getting real close, and share it with somebody. And then we got some big stuff coming up.
Oh my.
Yeah. So you're talking some nice stop signs. There'll be 2 of them.
Yeah.
And they'll be on the next week's video. So
We'll get it Saturday when we got some help.
yes, we'll need a lot of help. So all right, everybody, we'll talk to you on the next one. All right,
Thank you.
bye-bye.